Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Nick Aldis is currently the general manager of WWE SmackDown. The authority figure of the blue brand faces a major concern in the form of Kevin Owens. The prizefighter has recently embraced his darker side, sidelining Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton with his devastating package piledriver. Additionally, KO has begun claiming himself as the Winged Eagle champion. During the recent SmackDown episode, Owens issued a massive warning, stating that WWE was responsible for his next actions. This statement suggests that KO could escalate his destructive behavior, raising concerns that he may again target the American Nightmare upon returning to SmackDown. As a result of this growing threat, Nick Aldis might decide to move Cody Rhodes to Monday Night Raw to shield him from Owens. With the transfer window currently open, superstars can switch brands, making this move a realistic possibility. Furthermore, adding Cody Rhodes to Raw would bring significant value to the brand, especially as it prepares for its Netflix debut. However, this move might not entirely protect Rhodes, as KO could also transfer to the Red brand to continue his assault on the undisputed WWE champion. Still, separating the two into different brands might be a more manageable solution than having them both on SmackDown. There is no official update on Cody Rhodes' return timeline in WWE. As we approach 2025, seeing how this storyline unfolds in the coming weeks will be intriguing. What if Nick Aldis shifts Cody Rhodes to WWE Raw Netflix? If the above scenario unfolds and the American Nightmare moves to Monday Night Raw, fans might also witness Gunther making his way to SmackDown. Since Cody Rhodes is the undisputed champion, his move to Raw would likely lead to the current World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther, shifting to SmackDown. This would result in both world champions swapping brands, marking a significant shakeup within the Stamford-based promotion. Cody Rhodes has been a major crowd puller for WWE in recent months, and his addition to Raw would undoubtedly boost the brand's appeal, particularly as it gears up for its Netflix debut. On the other hand, Gunther's arrival on SmackDown could open up new storyline opportunities and fresh rivalries for the Imperium leader. This world champion brand swap could also allow the company to extend the feud between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Triple H could build anticipation and save their eventual showdown for a marquee event like WrestleMania or SummerSlam 2025 by temporarily keeping them apart. In the world of WWE, drama isn't just confined to the ring. Backstage, the tension between brands, power struggles, and alliances dictate the course of the company. Nick Aldis, the newly appointed WWE General Manager of SmackDown, faced a dilemma that could alter the course of the company forever. The issue? Kevin Owens. His unpredictable behavior and willingness to take on anyone, anytime, made him a ticking time bomb, and Aldis knew that he needed to take action before Owens destroyed everything he'd worked so hard to build. It all started with an unexpected challenge from Kevin Owens, which Aldis could have never anticipated. Owens, known for his brash attitude and undeniable talent, had been causing waves across WWE, and SmackDown was the first to feel the ripples. Initially, Owens seemed focused on targeting the top stars of SmackDown, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and even the mighty Gunther. But as weeks passed, it became clear that Owens wasn't just looking to dominate SmackDown. He was preparing to destroy it from within. Aldis, who had taken over the role of GM with a plan to elevate SmackDown to new heights, realized that Owens was a formidable force, one who could destabilize the entire roster if left unchecked. It was clear that something had to be done to neutralize Owens' influence. But what could he do to stop a superstar who didn't fear any challenge, even if it came with severe consequences? The decision to send one of his top SmackDown stars to Raw was a drastic measure, but Aldis believed it was necessary. But who would he send? And why would such a move work? The fear of Owens' unpredictability. Kevin Owens wasn't like most superstars. His unpredictability was both his strength and his weakness, and Aldis knew that if Owens were allowed to continue his reign of chaos, SmackDown could collapse under the weight of the damage he was causing. Owens had taken out legends, broken alliances, and made a career out of bullying those who crossed him. Aldis realized that while SmackDown was built on the strength of its champions, Owens' erratic nature could tear it all apart. At the heart of Aldis' decision was a simple realization. SmackDown needed to be protected at all costs. The tension between Roman Reigns and Owens had grown to dangerous levels, and Aldis was deeply aware that if Owens were to continue this feud unchecked, he could dismantle the Bloodline's dominance. But SmackDown wasn't the only brand feeling the pressure. Raw had its own chaos, with rising stars like Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest fighting for control, and Aldis knew that if Owens were to get involved, things would get out of hand quickly. In a surprising twist, Aldis made a move that nobody saw coming. He reached out to Raw's GM, Adam Pearce, and secretly began negotiating the transfer of a top SmackDown superstar. The reasoning was clear. With Owens gunning for SmackDown's top spot, Aldis had to strike first. The only question was, who could he afford to send? The potential transfer. Who would SmackDown lose? The superstar Aldis chose to send was none other than AJ Styles. AJ had been a cornerstone of SmackDown for years, but his current storyline had been fizzling out. Aldis knew that by sending Styles to Raw, he would be taking away Owens' primary target and shifting the balance of power between the brands. Styles had been involved in a series of high-profile matches, and his skill set made him a valuable asset to Raw. However, with Owens targeting SmackDown's biggest stars, the risk was too high to ignore. But why Styles? It wasn't just about removing a potential threat. It was about giving Owens a worthy opponent. AJ Styles' star power on Raw would be undeniable, and his rivalry with Owens could be the perfect catalyst to finally put Owens on the back foot. Styles wasn't afraid of Owens and would provide the competition that Owens needed to stay occupied. In essence, Aldis was thinking 2 steps ahead. By sending Styles to Raw, he was not only protecting SmackDown but also creating an explosive rivalry that could keep Owens distracted long enough to secure SmackDown's stability. The news of AJ Styles being sent to Raw shocked both SmackDown and Raw fans alike. It was an unprecedented move, and the ramifications were far-reaching. SmackDown fans felt the loss of one of their top stars, while Raw fans were thrilled to see a new challenger enter the fray. The consequences of the move. While Aldis believed this transfer would benefit SmackDown in the long run, it didn't come without its complications. AJ Styles was not just a talent but a fan favorite, and his departure left a gap that would be hard to fill. SmackDown would need to find a way to rebound and reassert its dominance, especially with Roman Reigns' hold on the brand becoming shakier with each passing week. Aldis knew that sending Styles to Raw could upset the balance of power, but it was a risk he was willing to take. The arrival of Styles on Raw brought about an immediate shift in the landscape. Owens, who had been running roughshod over SmackDown, now found himself facing one of the most accomplished wrestlers in the company. Their rivalry became a focal point of Monday Night Raw, with both men pushing each other to their limits. However, the real impact was felt back on SmackDown. Aldis, although losing a superstar of Styles' caliber, realized that SmackDown's roster still had enough strength to endure. The departure of Styles, however, led to the rise of fresh new challengers, and Aldis quickly started planning how to keep the momentum going on SmackDown. Meanwhile, the fans were torn. Raw, once considered the more chaotic brand, now had a more structured focus, with the Owens-Styles feud taking center stage. SmackDown, though diminished in star power, had become a hotbed for fresh rivalries, with rising stars vying for their chance to shine. The change had shaken the WWE universe, but it was far from over. The fallout and future implications. As weeks went by, the fallout from Aldis' decision continued to reverberate across WWE. Kevin Owens, despite being occupied by Styles, remained a force to be reckoned with. His dominance on Raw forced even more attention on the feud, while SmackDown was forced to evolve without AJ Styles. Aldis' decision to send Styles to Raw in fear of Owens may have been a temporary solution, but it highlighted the delicate balance that GMs like Aldis must maintain in WWE. The question remains, was it the right decision? Only time would tell, as new rivalries formed, and old ones took unexpected twists. For now, WWE fans had a front-row seat to one of the most explosive chapters in the company's history.